Allah asks a question in the Qur'an that should stop every disciplined Muslim in their tracks. Has the time not come for those who believe that their hearts should humble themselves at the remembrance of Allah? Surah Al-Hadid 57:16. You pray on time. You wake up for Fajr. You manage your work, your family, your obligations with discipline. And yet, deep down, something feels hollow. There is a quiet exhaustion that no sleep fixes, a spiritual restlessness that no productivity system cures, a nagging question you rarely say out loud. Why do I feel empty, even though I am doing everything right? If that question feels familiar, pause. You are not weak, you are not broken, and you are not alone. This struggle belongs to some of the most disciplined Muslims today. Professionals, students, parents, people who outwardly look strong, committed, and stable, but inwardly feel scattered, emotionally dry, and unsure whether their effort carries real barakah. And here is the uncomfortable truth. Islam never promised that discipline alone would fulfill the heart. Now pause and reflect for a moment. When was the last time your heart felt alive in worship, not rushed through it? This is where the real diagnosis begins. The Qur'an does not describe emptiness as a lack of action. It describes it as a condition of the heart. Allah says, "The day when neither wealth nor children will benefit, except one who comes to Allah with a sound heart." Surah Ash-Shu'ara 26:88-89. Notice what Allah did not say. He did not say a busy heart, or a productive heart, or a disciplined heart. He said a sound heart. Here is where many Muslims quietly struggle. We master external order while neglecting internal alignment. The Prophet ﷺ warned us clearly. Indeed, in the body there is a piece of flesh. If it is sound, the whole body is sound. And if it is corrupt, the whole body is corrupt. Truly, it is the heart. Sahih al-Bukhari, hadith 52. But here is the part most Muslims miss. A heart can be disciplined and still misdirected. You can pray consistently, yet pray without presence. You can work hard, yet work for validation rather than worship. You can avoid major sins, yet live disconnected from meaning. This is where it gets transformative. Allah diagnoses this state precisely. They know what is apparent of the worldly life, but they are heedless of the hereafter. Surah Ar-Rum 30:7. Heedlessness does not mean ignorance, it means distraction. You are not empty because you lack iman. You feel empty because your heart is stretched between Allah and everything else. Ask yourself honestly right now, what do I secretly hope my discipline will earn me? Respect? Security? Control? Approval? If Allah is not the central intention, discipline becomes a cage, not a path. And this is where Shaitan whispers most effectively, not by pushing you into haram, but by keeping you busy with halal that lacks intention. The Prophet ﷺ said, "Actions are only by intentions, and every person will have only what they intended." Sahih al-Bukhari, Hadith 1. Now pause and reflect again. If Allah stripped away the results of your effort, would you still do what you do? This question exposes the root. A deeper layer most Muslims avoid. Here is the uncomfortable layer we often skip. The nafs loves structure because it gives a sense of control, but the heart only finds peace in surrender. Allah says, "Unquestionably, by the remembrance of Allah do hearts find rest." Surah Ar-Ra'd 28:28. Not by efficiency, not by routines, not by achievement. Rest is a spiritual state, not a time management outcome. This is why burnout hits disciplined Muslims harder, because when your identity is built on output, exhaustion feels like failure. But Islam never tied your worth to productivity. The Prophet ﷺ lived with intense purpose, yet his heart was soft, present, and unattached to worldly outcomes. A man once asked the Prophet for advice. The Prophet replied, "Live in this world as if you were a stranger or a traveler." Sahih al-Bukhari, hadith 64:16. Travelers don't decorate the road. They don't confuse movement with destination. And here is the cliffhanger many Muslims overlook. The emptiness you feel is not a punishment. It's a warning signal, a mercy. So what is the Qur'anic solution? Not less discipline, but redirected discipline. Not abandoning structure, but anchoring it in intention, remembrance, and akhirah-centered goals. Let's walk through this slowly. Number 1. Reclaim intention daily. The Sahaba renewed intention constantly, not once, not occasionally, daily. Umar ibn al-Khattab radiyallahu anhu said, "Hold yourselves accountable before you are held accountable." Before you begin your day, ask a simple question. How does today bring me closer to Allah? Your work becomes ibadah when your intention is clear. Your fitness becomes ibadah when your body is prepared for worship. Your social life becomes ibadah when it protects your character. Small intentions revive empty actions. Number 2. Slow down the heart, not just the schedule. Most Muslims try to fix emptiness by optimizing time. The Qur'an tells us to soften the heart. Allah warns, "So woe to those whose hearts are hardened against the remembrance of Allah." Surah Az-Zumar 39:22. Hardness comes from constant noise, endless scrolling, endless comparison, endless urgency. Create moments of stillness, even 5 minutes of silent zikr. No phone, no background noise. The Prophet ﷺ said, "The most beloved deeds to Allah are those that are consistent, even if small." Sahih al-Bukhari. Barakah lives in consistency, not intensity. Number 3. Reorient success towards the akhirah. Allah gives us a chilling reminder. You are only being repaid in full on the day of resurrection. Surah Al-Imran 3:185. If your definition of success ends before the grave, emptiness is inevitable. But when akhirah becomes the metric, even unseen effort feels meaningful. Now pause and reflect one last time. If you met Allah tonight, what would weigh heavier, your results or your sincerity? That question reshapes everything. The emptiness you feel is not proof of failure. It's proof that your soul is awake. Islam already gave us the map. Not a life of burnout, not a life of shallow motivation, but a life of intentional striving, softened hearts, and eternal perspective. If this reflection resonated with you, continue this journey with our next video on When Productivity Becomes a Distraction from Allah, where we explore how modern hustle culture quietly reshapes Muslim intention. The link will appear on your screen now. Until then, live with intention, work with purpose, and walk the Prophet's path. Assalamu alaikum.